Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Hi, and welcome to Straight Talk About God video. The Appendix 4, Part 1. I had to do this because it corrects two mistakes. One that I made, and one that the people that wrote the Bible made, right? And Bible Dictionary made. I had to do this extra to straighten this out. When I was going through David, he was told to go buy a threshing floor from Araunah and build an altar and do a sacrifice to God. Okay? That was in 2 Samuel 24:18. But when I got over to, trying to check it out, I got over to 1 Chronicles 21:20. It said the same thing. That the threshing floor and everything is exactly the same, except it's Ornan, not Araunah. It's Ornan. Okay, Ornan. But in 2 Chronicles, Ornan has a little number by it, which refers you to a number in the margin. I'll go to the margin, and what does it say? It says Araunah. 2 Samuel 28:15. So I told you, it's a different name, but it's the same guy. Because sometimes that happens. They'll give a name for this person and a name for okay. So I have to tell you again. You got to look up everything there is to look up. Here's what it says in 2 Samuel. Okay. 2 Samuel says that. In 18, Gad came that day to David and said unto him, Go up and rear an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. Okay. He goes up there. Araunah sees him. He says, Oh, what can I do for you? He says, I want to buy your threshing floor. Okay. Araunah said unto the king, Oh, let my lord take and offer up that seems good for him. Behold, here the ox and the burnt sacrifice, the threshing instruments, and all the instruments, the ox and the wood, and these things did Araunah give to the king. Okay. And the king said unto Araunah, Nay, but I will surely buy it from thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that which cost me nothing. Okay? So David bought it. Well, 23 or 4 chapters later, over in 1 Chronicles, it says, starts out in 1 Chronicles 21, verse 18. Then the angel of the Lord commanded Gad to say to David, that David should go up and set up an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of Ornan, the Jebusite. Then it goes over to the next page. After they meet and they talk and stuff, and David says, I want to buy the threshing floor. And he says, what does it say? He says, and Ornan said to David, Take it to thee, let my lord the king do that which is good in his eyes. I give it to thee, the oxen, burnt offering, the threshing instruments for the wood, and the wheat. He was threshing wheat. Wheat for the meat offering, I give it. What does David? It's the same thing he did with Araunah, isn't it? Okay, same guy, same thing. Okay, that makes sense. And then David said unto Orin, Nay, but I will verily buy it for a full price, and I will not take that which is thine for the Lord, nor offer burnt offerings without cost. Same thing he said to Araunah. But what did he pay Araunah? What did he pay him? So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. 50 shekels of silver. Now let me tell you this. The Bible is full of symbolism, okay? And God is always symbolized by gold. Gold is always God, right? The ark is gold. The mercy seat is Christ, gold, okay? The menorah is gold, okay? All the God stuff is gold, okay? Silver is always redemption. Redemption. The half shekel of silver that everybody was supposed to bring to the temple, right? Rosh Hashanah, they don't blow the ram's horn on Rosh Hashanah. They blow 2 silver trumpets. Who brings redemption to the whole world? Jesus. When was Jesus born? Rosh Hashanah. Silver is always redemption, okay? Araunah was paid in silver, 50 shekels of silver, because the context is that David numbered the people. Joab said, don't do that. Oh, that, why? Okay, I'll do it. He went, he numbered the people, and God said, that was a bad sin. That was a bad sin. You shouldn't have done that. Now, you're going to be punished. Okay? The punishment starts and 70,000 people die. Okay? And then God says, well, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Go up on the threshing floor of Araunah and sacrifice for that sin that you did. What happens on the threshing floor of Oran? Right? So David gave Oran for the place 600 shekels, not 50, 600 shekels of gold. Of gold. Well, wait a minute. That can't be the same guy, can it? It can't be the same event. One guy gets paid with silver, the other guy gets paid with gold. They're not the same people. That's why they have different names, right? Yeah. But how do we know what threshing floor was Oran and Araunah? What were the threshing floors there? Huh? As I said in the other video, Mount Moriah and Mount of Olives are sisters. And Mount Moriah is God's mount. Mount of Olives is the sin mount. That's where the red heifer gets taken care of. That's where we saw the crucifixion took place, where the almond tree grew, right? Araunah was paid in silver, and that was redeeming David for his sin. For his sin, right? The thing that straightened it out was that you have to go to 2 Chronicles 3, verse 1. Here's my Bible dictionary, okay? Bible dictionary. I looked up the words to see what the names mean. Araunah means ark. Oran means active. Orana, it says, a Jebusite who sold his threshing floor on Mount Moriah to David as the site of the altar to Jehovah, together with the oxen. And then it quotes 2 Samuel 18:24 and 1 Chronicles 21:25. Oh. Orana was on Mount Moriah. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Because when I said, well, what's Ornan's name? Oh, Ornan. Ornan. You only get two little lines here. Two lines. Ornan, active. 1 Chronicles 21:15. There, he was listed there. But then it goes on to say 2 Chronicles 3:1. And then, in brackets, it says Araunah. The dictionary even says it's the same guy. And it can't be the same guy, because they got two different payments, gold and silver, right? What locks it down, because they're wrong in the dictionary. Araunah wasn't up on Mount Moriah, because you go to that 2 Chronicles 3:1. Solomon building the temple. Okay? He's building the temple. Where did he build the temple? Mount Moriah. Okay? What does it say? Then Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah. We know that, right? That's right, right. Where the Lord appeared unto David, his father, in the place that David had prepared in the threshing floor of Ornan, the Jebusite. The threshing floor of Ornan was where the temple was built. And if they're different guys, that's where the gold, Ornan got the gold. Where God is, okay? Where sin is, that's where Araunah was paid with silver. Redemption money. It was up on Mount of Olives. Mount of Olives. Not only did the dictionary get it wrong, the people who wrote this, who scholared this Bible, the King James, got it wrong. Ornan is not Araunah. They're two different people. Now you see why I had to do this short video here, to straighten that out, okay? Whew. Did I tell you everything I need to know? The Mount of Olives is always the sin mount. Mount Moriah is always the God's salvation mount. That's it. Red heifer, sin, up there, right? Crucifixion, up there. Redemption, redemption. Silver, Araunah gets the silver, Ornan gets the gold down in the temple area where it's going to be the temple. And the altar that David built, I'm positive, had to be the very spot where the Ark of the Covenant would set once the temple was built. Because that's where the tree of life was, right? Look it up. Look it up. Thanks for watching. God bless.